Houston Texans back at home this week. Some of the wind taken out of their sails by a sneaky good defense last week. Now they take on the New Orleans Saints, whose defense may be more than sneaky good.
Hit by Granderson, intercepted on the ricochet. That's Matthew for 6. It's a pick 6.
Saints are 3-2. Fully believe their defense can lead them to 4-2. It's a club holding opponents under 19 points per game in 2023. Fed Bill Belichick, a homer favorite week 5, held New England's quarterbacks to 132 yards passing, rating in the low 30s, no TDs, 2 picks.
And time to throw, bobble deflected, and Warner, the linebacker, will vacuum in another turnover.
Oh well, that's the Patriots. They can't pass, maybe can't even pass the 5th grade the way their offense is playing right now. Okay, but the Saints have held QBs overall to a mid-60s rating this season, only 5.6 yards per attempt, sub-60 completion percentage allowed.
Not only smell the wind, but a shutout on the road, a rarity in the NFL.
All that's especially relevant in this game because Houston's offense is a passing-driven affair. The face of the O, rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud, who is making the doubters and haters eat crow, as they say.
He's been unbelievable, and now if I was in charge of the Players Association, there is no way any of my players would ever take a Wonderlic test again because it's completely unfair, and this kid has just been awesome since early in this season.
I totally agree with that. Just wish I had someone defending me for not being able to pass any of my finals in high school. Stroud had a down week versus Atlanta. A down week for him is now 249 yards, a touchdown with no picks, over 7 yards per attempt, a high 80s rating. Kid has yet to throw an INT this season.
Stroud fakes the gift, throws back of the end zone, caught Nico Collins, touchdown, Houston! C.J. Stroud with more magic to the end zone.
What he was not able to do in their Week 5 loss, hook up big with either of his key wide receivers, Tank Dell, Nico Collins. One of the two was big in each of their first 4 games. The duo didn't crack 100 yards combined last week.
Oh, it missed him. He had Tank Dell right around the 35-yard line, but just threw it wide.
The cornerback trio they face this week, Alontae Taylor, sub-90 rating allowed for the year, Paulson Adebo, sub-50, Marshawn Lattimore, low 60s.
Throws and another pass breakup, this time by Marshawn Lattimore.
Saints pass rush, it has threats, 11 sacks in 5 games, pressure rate over 30, that's solid at least. Carl Granderson, a sack versus New England, has 3.5, he's their leader.
Here they come, Granderson gets him.
Stroud is not an easy guy to sack though. None taken last week. Got his starting left tackle back too. Laramie Tunsil returned. No sacks taken 3 straight games now.
And he throws it low. It's scooped off the turf by Tank Dell.
Texans still waiting for 2022 Dameon Pierce to make an appearance. 5 games in a row now under 3.6 yards per carry. Unlikely Demario Davis and company allow him to break out. Saints have held running backs to 3.5 per run.
Stevenson wrapped up and swallowed by Granderson.
New Orleans' own run game is big in this matchup. With Alvin Kamara back in the fold and with a lead to work with, New Orleans ran 42 times last week. Kamara 22 runs and he scored.
Kamara in, slicing for 6.
Saints' rush attack versus New England wasn't all that efficient. Kamara was 3.6 a run, team was 3.2. Houston just faced Bijan Robinson in the Falcons' run-first offense, held Robinson to 3.3 a carry, the Falcons to 2.7, holding running backs to 3.7 a run for the season.
He gets the call on the first play, but that Texans defense is up to the challenge.
What the Texans didn't do well last week was stop the pass. 0 sacks on Desmond Ridder, who is usually bagged up by old ladies looking for deals on asparagus. In turn, they let him put up a career game, over 325 yards, close to 9 yards per attempt, a rating over 110, no INTs. This wasn't a guy who was lighting up the skies prior to facing them.
Ritter unloads and throws a really nice ball complete inside the 40.
The biggest culprit last week, safety Jalen Petrie, got tagged with giving up 95 yards. Now they try and rebound versus Derek Carr. Even though the Texans don't have a lot of sacks, Carr should expect pressure. Houston still has a sub-20 blitz rate, pressure rate near 40, one of the widest gaps in the league.
Pickett feels the pressure, Pickett set! Jonathan Grenard!
Texans with just 7 sacks, too many Happy Gilmore putts. How does it play out versus New Orleans' line? Saints have given up 17 sacks in 5 games. Teams don't like being over 2 per game usually. Carr has taken at least 2 per.
Dropping Carr. He's hitting the backfield. It's sacked. Fumble football.
Derek took 2 versus New England, but was only hit twice, and that made a difference. He'd take it again. Only 183 yards, but a rating near 115, 2 touchdowns, no picks last week.
Carr to the end zone. Touchdown. That's caught by Olave.
The more we get into the season, the more it seems like New Orleans' passing offense is a committee approach. Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Alvin Kamara now. Kendre Miller had 50-plus yards last week. It could be anyone.
What an amazing catch by Chris Olave.
Tricky game to figure out, expecting lots of division from our picks panel. Expect lots of picks from you guys in the comments section as well. I also expect you to sign up for NFL Plus if you want to watch live games, NFL RedZone, NFL Network, and more on mobile, in case you didn't know.